going on, everybody? Welcome back to Bone Apple Tea. I'm your host, Randy Baruso, joined today by OG host Adam Bora. And today we interviewed Dabow, who's an electronic music artist from Argentina. We have a great conversation over Zoom. Some of it might be a little choppy. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. Oh my God, technical difficulties. Technical difficulties, but I did my best in the editing stage to sort of make it as listenable as possible. And I think it came out pretty darn good. We have a conversation that goes kind of all over the place. We talk about his music involved in NFTs and how he's been able to sort of weave music into that sort of realm with blockchain and all that. It was really interesting. Really cool stuff. See a really big future with that, actually. And then we talk all about sort of things outside of music, things that he does, like playing football or soccer if you're from the United States, and all sorts of really awesome stuff. So had a ton of fun talking to Dabow. And check out the description. I will have all the links to his sample packs that he has available for purchase. They're really cool, really awesome stuff. And without further ado, enjoy this episode. Yeah, no, it's cool, man, because I was looking through your profile. I love how just fun you are online. Nothing's too serious. Like I saw this picture of you holding a shoe up to your face. I love that.
Yeah, dude, it feels like a meme account.
Yeah,
that's the vibes. I recently put out an album on a label called Dome of Doom that is called We Are Music of All Kinds. Mm-hmm. And it's just fun music. That's what I think. It's every song is like a joke.
Yeah.
But super musically. If you hear the voices, if you hear how the song moves, it's like a funny song,
Yeah.
So that's kind of my general vibe, I think.
Have you done any to that point, have you done any music videos at all for any of your stuff? I feel like you could make some really wild videos with a lot of your music. I ripped through a ton of your songs, by the way, today.
I didn't I never made an official music video in person and all that, but I made 2 different sets. One for Brownies and Lemonade. I don't know if you know them. Brownies and Lemonade is they throw out parties and they are from LA, so they made live streams, events, and all that. So they invited me to one, and one of my sets, my set, was me having dinner in my house with headphones.
That's awesome.
And just dancing to the mix that I already made before.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool.
You gotta see that. It's on YouTube. And then I made another one that was 30 minutes long too. That was me having a bath, in a bath, and just getting my hands done, playing with toys like a kid.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I feel like a lot of the electronic music scene, they do shit like that, and it just goes with the music so well. I don't know what it is, but it just kind of works. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the time, right? You just kind of with that kind of music, I was listening to your stuff all day today, and I was having flashbacks of I've been to a ton of festivals, and so I was ready to go nuts. But I was like, all right, I got to relax. I'm in public right now. So.
Yeah, it's kind of festival music for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm thinking I should be in a tent right now or something, super sweaty, in a pit or something.
I'm dirty.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, actually, have you what have you done for live material? You kind of mentioned some of these things here, but what are I look at your profile and some of the live material looks pretty crazy. So what's some of the stuff that you've been able to do?
The live streams that I played?
No, in person, festival or shows or kind of things.
Yeah. I did a tour in Australia, back in 2016. Wow. And then I went again to Australia to play only one show. I've been to Perth, to Sydney, Brisbane.
Wow.
Beautiful places. Beautiful places.
How do you get that opportunity to just go out to all these various countries and just perform like that?
I don't know, maybe like they hear my music and like a company called Audio Packs, I think they call. They hit my manager and they were like, yo, we want to bring him here. And they did like the whole tour, like 5 dates or something. And yeah, they covered the visa and all that stuff. It was amazing.
So they reached out to your manager.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nuts. I was gonna say I saw that you'd played like shows in like EDC in Mexico and Vegas.
No, I didn't play those. I was gonna play Lollapalooza here in Argentina, but they canceled with the pandemic and all that.
Got it.
Oh man!
And then I was in Ontiva, like in the lineup and all that. I changed my management, and like the opportunity to play there was with that management.
Okay.
So they rebook. So I'm not playing anymore.
Oh man!
But
yeah. I was gonna say I haven't been to EDC Vegas, but I've been to EDC a few times in New York, and then like Electric Zoo, and but Lollapalooza is pretty big, like that's like obviously whatever the pandemic and all that. But what's it been like playing shows? Actually, I was gonna ask, like through COVID, is it all just kind of streams? Like people do stream stream events?
Yeah. It's been, I play like 5 or so like online events, and 2 of those were the ones that I mentioned, that one in the bath and the other one like having dinner. And then I made a few more, one like on a huge club. Yeah, it was kind of fun. Like we had to adapt to a new reality. So
yeah,
actually I played more shows online than like on a normal life.
Really?
Because I'm in Argentina, but I'm currently working with my manager for like the artist visa, so I can go to the US and play shows. But it's a huge process. So
yeah,
we are like slowly moving,
Yeah. So how did you get into electronic music at all? Because I'm sure, I meet a lot of these electronic guys and gals, and they're kind of like, they start in one place. Like Talons, for example, he started in like a metalcore band. And then he slowly in his 20s transitioned to producing EDM. Has it been something like that for you, or have you always been interested in EDM?
No, I mean, at first, I think that I made a joke one day about that, but it's kind of true. Like I started to like making beats to impress my friends, like yeah. I wanted to make cool beats, so they will be like, yo, this is like what we hear on a hip hop record or whatever, because I started with like more hip hop beats, But then I found like I heard Calvin Harris, I think, one of the first albums that I heard, and I was like blown away about like that kind of music, like more disco or more electronic. So I went there like on that mood, and then I started producing dubstep, and that was like my first big project called Wobat. That is like Dabow backwards.
Yeah.
So Wobat is like backwards, and it was like before Dabow, and it's a much smaller project, like the Dabow project took like off on like 2015 or something.
Oh wow, okay, so a while ago.
But previously, like making underground dubstep.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's very different.
But dubstep is amazing.
Yeah, it's very different. Like I did listen to some of that Woba, like, and it is super different, right? Like now you do more trap music, and before it was kind of, like dubstep, which is like kind of like mosh pit music, you know what I mean? So, like, but yeah, I guess what kind of, like, you mentioned Calvin Harris, like what other artists do you listen to? Like what are your like inspirations, not to get a...
Right now, I think that I'm trying to get on my, like, after this album that was like more fun beats, like no chords on nothing. Now I'm getting more on like a pop vibe. So I want to like mix vocals with my tracks and still have that weird trap somewhere, but more like go in that direction. So now I think maybe Flume is my biggest inspiration.
Yeah.
So now is that. Now it's like that vibe.
Yeah, I like that, man. I'm for my purposes, I tend to like more electronic music when there's vocals involved. I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like it really can, if done correctly, help really elevate a song. You know, it really brings that human element into it.
Yeah, Flume does a really good job with that too. I feel like a lot of his stuff hits pretty hard.
No, he's like constantly putting out like amazing records, and the stuff that he makes is so different. Like he puts like he puts like things where no one can imagine, or like stuff that is crazy but still super commercial, you know?
Yeah.
So it's an amazing balance, I think.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, man. I wanted to say too, it seems like 2021 was a pretty big year for you, man. You had like 1.3 million streams just on Spotify alone. And I mean, how did that feel, man? I mean, you definitely had a very successful year. Like, what was that like getting those stats back?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was part of my album dropping, and also I started like getting official playlists, like editorial, they call it, on Spotify. So like it was like a natural thing, you know. But I think my album helped to like more people hear my music this year, because last year I think my Spotify was a bit under the million, but still was almost a million. So it was cool. It was cool. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's and it's cool, man, because I think your top track, at least on Spotify, I was looking at, is Game Over. And that's a really fun one, man. How'd you get the inspiration to do all that?
I mean, that was a collab with Bailo and John Casey, and it was like super like fast. Like they sent Bailo sent the idea to myself, and like I worked on it for a day or two, and then we sent to Sean Casey, and then he finished. And yeah, it was smooth. I think it was like a really nice process. But the editorial playlist helped a lot to make that song big too, because that's the stuff that makes, you know, a record hit the top or whatever. It's like the official playlists, you know?
So yeah, actually I was gonna ask, like when you dropped your album, and then like even with the playlist stuff, like do you have like, did you push it at all, like advertising wise, and or like you know, like when you're getting on these playlists, like how would somebody go about to get on a playlist like that? You know, I would imagine you need to have some rapport.
No, the label was the one that took care, but they let you submit the song to the editors. So basically, like if they like it, they're gonna put it, or if something make them think that it's worth it, they're gonna put it. Like you only have to submit, you know, from the artist portal.
So kind of like an application almost.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
So it's kind of luck, you know, like
luck of the
like
draw.
it or not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like it's part luck, but it's also like, you know, the song has to be there, right? It can't just be garbage, you know, because that's also part of it too, is like it's got to be a hot record, because otherwise, you know, I'm sure there's thousands of people that submit bullshit and then they hear your record and they're like, oh, finally, you know?
Yeah. hopefully. But yeah, I mean, not every record on the playlist is a big song. So yeah, like it's kind of random, you know?
Yeah, I
You
feel
never
like
know.
I feel like EDM and just electronic music in general tends to lend itself, like the community seems to be really open to allowing new artists to come up and to have some spotlight time. Do you think that do you feel that at all as someone like yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man.
When it comes to like you and like what you got cooking right now, is there like something that you're like really excited about, or like things that you got working? Sorry. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay, okay.
listening.
Sorry, I couldn't
Yeah, yeah,
tell. I
yeah.
couldn't tell if you were frozen again. The whole Zoom thing is being really tricky right now.
Yeah, it's my internet, I think. Sorry about that.
No, it's
But yeah, I'm like with this kind of pop new stuff, I'm super, super excited. But it's happening to me that I don't want to rush my records. So I'm like, maybe I open my FL Studio and change like three things in 3 minutes and close the project. Like really, really trying to push the perfection of the vision that I want, with
Mm,
this kind of pop related trap music and bass music or whatever. So it's super like mixed styles, So
yeah.
I'm trying to like develop that craft a bit more. But yeah, I'm so excited to like put out music like that.
Do you think you'll release it as like an album, or do you think you're gonna drop like a single first, give people a little taste, and then drop a big thing, or like, would you have a plan of attack here?
I think that I'm gonna like go with singles at first, but like well done releases and all that. For example, the first one that I think that is more like my new vision is only on catalog. Is the NFT one records like the music NFTs place. So that new track is only there. So it's only an NFT for now. So like it's free to listen, but people like can collect and all that. So the first track with my new vision, I think it's the one that I put out on catalog.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, actually, the whole NFT thing is really interesting to me. Like, how did you come up with like pairing? Now, is it like you're actually pairing the song with an NFT, like a unique NFT?
Yeah, I mean the music NFT is the wave, like the file on the
Oh,
blockchain.
okay.
So like it's music NFT and it's got an artwork, but it's not like the visual. You can make audio visual NFTs too, but it's a space for like only music. So people like bring value to the song, Like,
Yeah, that's really
So
it's
cool.
kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So the artwork is the artwork like some default artwork, or do you have somebody that you like partner up with when you do, or at least are you planning on like partnering up with somebody for artwork for the?
Yeah, no, the one that I'm mentioning is a collaboration with an artist called Defi. He's a producer and also a visual like artist.
Mhm.
So he made that for me, and we split the like the Ethereum.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it was my first time ever hearing of like a music NFT before. I hadn't heard about it until I stumbled on your Instagram. Where did you hear
Yeah,
about doing stuff like that?
I mean, the whole community started to like build this because of like the same stuff that we were talking before, that like places like Spotify don't bring value to the music like for the artist,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much any sort of
So
artist really.
basically, yeah, like you gotta get like millions of streams to make an actual like money,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with this is the opposite, because you don't need anything more than the bond between the artist and the person like bringing value to it. So it's super controversial. Like people like some people is like, now this is a joke. Some people is really into it. So like it's how you see it, Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
depends.
it's just like it's like it's like buying art, you know, how people do it now, right? It's just now it's on the internet. It's
Yeah.
it makes
It's
sense.
it's like a gallery, like an art gallery, but it's just music, you know.
Yeah,
Instead of a
exactly.
painting in a wall, is a wave, you know.
it's a wave file.
But it's exactly.
So
It's the future.
now
Yeah, I agree.
does when someone, and this is just me like trying to learn about this whole like music NFT thing, because like, so like for example, when someone owns like a picture or a video NFT, like they have the original. Now with music, will the person that like I guess purchases the music NFT that's the wave, do they now like own the song, and will the song be out
No.
elsewhere? Or like how does that work?
Not at all. Like,
Okay.
like you can, like, for example, you can offer to the person like owning it that you can like send them a physical cassette or like access to unreleased music and all that. But the artist holds all rights. It's just the mint piece on the blockchain owned by a collector.
Got it.
So it's like that unique piece, that way, and they can download that. But there is like a million different angles and different like ways to do it, you know. Some people sell one once, some people sell like 30. We have a new kind of a new collective with artists that is basically music NFTs, but it's a mix of 10 beats of 1 minute. It's like a 10 minutes mix. And there are 30 editions of that, and it's an audio visual. So it's like a mini movie of 10 minutes with amazing visuals and music made by the people on it.
Oh wow.
So
that's super cool.
It's like all these homies, you know, like
yeah. I mean, that's
so cool.
It'd be fun to do a collaboration like that too. You know, just get a bunch of people together, and then like, you know, I know every time it gets sold, right? Like you guys will get a percentage of whatever the sale is every single time it gets sold. At least, right? The original owner or the original artist.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
That's cool.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, like, it obviously it doesn't hurt to just keep putting that stuff out, you know? Like a lot of these things, like they catch on, and then I mean, it's right. It's just a matter of like taste. Somebody likes it, you know, they're gonna purchase it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's really cool. I haven't. I mean, my brother is like obsessed with NFTs. Like he's been like flipping. Yeah, he's been like flipping NFTs like crazy for the past like year and a half. He's just like been in the basement, just on his laptop, like nonstop. I mean, he's good at it, so you know it is what it is. But it is funny. Some of the stuff he's made a couple of his own too. You know,
some people is like very passionate about it. Like,
It's like he's got
NFT
like
or die, bro.
Yeah, he's got like a massive Twitter following now too, and that's all he does. He's just on Twitter and he just hypes up NFTs.
Yeah. No, but it's like a huge movement, but it's so new. Like imagine explaining this to like your grandpa, you know, like they wouldn't get it.
Yeah, they don't. Dude.
They wouldn't get it like at all. Like no chances.
Yeah, it's tough for me to get, dude. Let alone like, you know, someone who's like,
and you're not a grandpa.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And if I was, I can't even I help. I have an acting coach, and he's in his 70s, and he asked me the question the other day. Well, how do I, wait a minute, do I have Google on my computer and my phone? And I was like, yes, you do. You do, in fact, have Google everywhere.
Amazing. But those interactions are amazing.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. I'm really curious, and maybe you'll have an idea of like what it'll be for our generation. Like, what is it going to be in the future that we're just like, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense.
Is there a future? I don't know. Like,
no, it's World War III, bro. We're not gonna make it past.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like,
we're all just gonna be going
global warming. it's going crazy.
We're going down in the Titanic, just bumping Dabow the whole way down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. we gotta like listen to dope music. That's
blasting major. Dude,
Yes.
I
she goes down.
I'm curious to see how the like, you know, galleries are going to start opening up and how they're going to start displaying these things, because like it would be really cool to have kind of, I mean, they kind of do in like modern art museums, like audio visual stuff, but I feel like now since there's such a big focus on it like globally, I think it's going to get a lot more interesting. So I'm curious to see when people start popping up exhibits for these type of things. I could totally see that becoming a thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, there are like virtual reality galleries, I think.
Yeah.
You get on a gallery with like I don't know how you call it, like the beast, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But you
like
get in there.
Oculus or whatever, and you do like a metaverse gallery type thing. Yeah.
You know what's kind of interesting too is they made a Van Gogh exhibit. Is that in Boston?
Yeah.
So in Boston, they made this really big Van Gogh exhibit thing where you could like essentially live inside the painting. And so it's these walls all like interconnecting with each other, and they all display Van Gogh's work all along the wall. So it makes you feel like, for example, you're inside of Starry Night. And I was just thinking that like I could really see someone opening up an art gallery that is specific towards music NFTs, kind of like you're talking about, where they display the audio visual, and it's like you go there as like an experience to like sit and like, you know,
that would be amazing.
Yeah. Now I could see them almost doing something where like you do like, you know, you make a song and then like somebody could literally like be in the music video. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you have some crazy shit happening and somebody's got a visor on, and it just feels like they're just sitting in like, you know, your world, right? Based on the song. Like, I think that would be sick. I could totally see that happening in the next like 5, 10, you know, years or whatever. Even probably sooner than that, to be honest.
Yeah,
like, people do virtual reality, stuff like that already. I don't know. I think that would be super cool, especially for like, you know, EDM or like trap music, or, you know, because it's always like nuts, you know, but so it lets you kind of just like get into it.
Yeah. Oh, no, go ahead.
Well, okay. So totally, completely like not in the same subject area at all.
Love it.
Love it.
Normal transition here. What's the music scene like in Argentina?
For my music, there is no music scene. Like I don't like on my stats. Argentina is like not even in the top 10 of the people that listen to my music. So it's more like psytrance and more like tech house or whatever. But yeah, like or super dubstep, and I'm not on that vibe. So there are not many places where I can like play my music. So I basically never play here because I don't like going to like places that are not for my music.
I know what you mean.
I don't have to adapt, because if not, I gotta adapt to the spaces, you know, and I don't really like that.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Like, what kind of like, when you do go out in Argentina, what is like the general like popular culture music like out there?
Well, here we got like a strong cumbia culture.
Okay.
You know, the cumbia like is huge here. Also reggaeton, like all that.
Exactly. Stuff like that. Yeah. Nice.
In the club, like people is like twerking to that all night. Then we got maybe is the electronic parties here where I'm at is more like psytrance and techno. Like
interesting.
But yeah, basically cumbia, maybe some electronic music, maybe reggaeton. Yeah, that's like the main culture.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. You kind of got to go to the US if you want to play a show where like people are
exactly
kind of
or Australia or places.
Yeah, it's really interesting to hear the difference, because I feel like, especially in the US right now, I just know so many people that are really into EDM. Like that is all they listen to. So it's always crazy for me to, and I think the thing about EDM is that it's like, it's very universal. like, I think sometimes, like, music, especially if it does have vocals, sometimes if it's not in your language, like your first language, you might not be super connected to it. But a lot of times with EDM, it's like one phrase or like, maybe it's not even like actual words.
Or even a melody.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like a chopped vocal and like thrown in reverse and stuff.
Yeah, but a lot of the time too, it's like I don't even like I'll listen to a lot of like, Spanish music and like a lot of even like EDM songs. I'll throw Spanish lines in it, and it just kind of sounds good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like not even about what they're saying really, but a lot of the time it just kind of sounds good, and it's just like, all right. I feel like a lot of EDM is like that, right? It just kind of fits.
Yeah, it's just like it is what it is. Like it is what it is. That a great statement there. No, but like it's like it allows for a wide variety of people to be able to listen to it, even if it's like without knowing where it's from, But yeah, dude, that's really cool. Do you think you'll stay in, and I mean, I know you live in Argentina, just based off of like, you trying to break out into other countries. Do you think you'll ever move?
Yeah, I mean, I think I will, but for that, I gotta get like the artist visa and be able to be there more than like 3 months and be able to work and play shows and all that. So in the future, if the visa gets approved, I mean, I will be like going here and there all the time, and eventually maybe I really love LA. Like I've been there like 2 years ago before the pandemic, and it was awesome. Like I got internet friends there that I met that we are like absolute homies, and we only knew each other online. So it was like really amazing to go there. And like it was so funny because when we went there, we went to a place called Highland Park. That is like an area in LA.
Yeah.
I don't know where you based on.
We're all the way over in Connecticut, so it's like the opposite side of the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been to Highland Park once because I've been to LA a couple times just because I got my sister lives over there. But yeah, I've been to Highland Park once. LA is really cool. I had a ton of fun every single time I go to LA.
Yeah, it's super cool. And we were there in Highland Park, and we went into a shop. We found one of these SoundCloud homies of like the whole life of just talking online on a shop. And then we are there like saying, what, like being surprised. And then another one gets into the store because he said like, I saw the other guys and I didn't know that you were here. So like it was like a triple connection.
That's awesome.
That's in the middle of LA, like super spontaneous.
Yeah.
So that was like kind of the resume of my going there,
Yeah.
like my connection with the place.
This is not even about music at all, but when it comes to food, do you know, like, because you got to visit LA, and like, how does like United States like food compare to like what you have down in Argentina?
It's so different. It's so like, there is one thing on like LA, for example, that I found out that everything is like kind of spicy. Like they put spice on everything. Like I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat like meat and all that.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not vegan, so I eat like cheese and all that. And we went to like a shop to buy some like veggie burgers, and it didn't say anything about like, being spicy. It was like a regular one, and I was like, how do like people live?
Yeah, it's like I always find it really interesting to see like what people's perspective of food across different countries is, because I always know it's really, really different.
Yeah, I love pizza, and I had some really good pizza in LA.
Oh, dude, if you love pizza, you got to come over to Connecticut, man. New Haven.
Yeah, I know.
New Haven pizza, man. It's the best.
Yeah. What is the best pizza like state in the US?
I mean, if you go by online standards,
it's either like honestly Connecticut or New York.
Yeah, if you go by, I don't know if you've ever heard of, like, I mean, this is such a lame thing to bring up, but like, if you ever heard of Dave Portnoy, he does like the pizza reviews, and he goes all over the United States to like hundreds and hundreds, and I feel like he's done 1,000 pizza joints at this point. But New Haven is ranked #1 right now. So it's New Haven, Connecticut. You got like Sally's and Pepe's. A lot of New York people might listen to that and be like, "No way, New York pizza's better." But I think if you get your pizza somewhere in New York and Connecticut, like West Side Connecticut,
it's close. Yeah, and it's like pretty close to New York. Honestly, it's like probably an hour and a half away from New York.
Nice.
Yeah. But
it's kind of the area, the pizza area.
Yeah, exactly. It is. And I mean, it's the bread. It's the bread.
Yeah, it's so important because, to make a good pizza, I mean, at least in our area, the best way to do it is a thin crust. There's no flop when you pick it up. When you pick it up, it shouldn't droop down and drop the cheese,
It's more like firm.
Yeah, it's you can exactly. And it's got that good flavor and just the right amount of sauce and cheese. It's a science,
Hey, next time you do a show, you got to eat pizza on the screen,
Yes, yeah.
So,
yeah, I will.
So what do you do outside of music too? Like, cuz I can't imagine that like 100% of the time you're just producing.
I have like a huge passion for football, like soccer.
Okay.
Nice.
Like Messi stuff.
Of course. Of course.
I play like 3 or 4 times a week, like psycho mode. And I'm like trying to be on my best football form because I like as a child, I wanted to like be a football player. And then I dropped it like when I was like 18 or so. Now I'm like getting back to it and I'm super connected to that. So when I'm not like making music or making samples, I am playing soccer probably.
Like, that's awesome. So
yeah, dude, I always root for Argentina whenever the World Cup's on.
Do you really?
I mentioned that. Yeah, it's like one of my favorite teams.
You're not just saying that.
No, straight up. Well, just because I like Messi.
No, I'm just kidding.
We got a lot of
rushing.
Like, this World Cup is gonna be like a tough game for everyone because Argentina is going crazy. Like,
I mean, after the last one, dude, I was like, obviously, we all know what happened. We don't need to talk about it. I was pissed though. I was watching it. Actually, I think I was in Lebanon, and yeah.
You know how you said like everyone knows about it? Could you give me what happened?
Just Argentina. They lost in the final.
Oh, they lost in the final?
I just want them to win a World Cup, dude, because people talk shit about Messi because he hasn't won a World Cup for some reason, even though he's obviously the best player of all time. And then, it's just he's got to do it just to do it because like apparently it needs to happen. But anyways,
no, I think he deserves it. I mean, he like it's at this point. It's what it reminds me of. This reminds me of Leonardo DiCaprio not getting an Oscar until he did The Revenant.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's actually a pretty good analogy. Yeah. But I'm gonna go to Qatar to watch a game.
Yeah, but like for example, Argentina didn't lose in the last 29 games. Like there has been 29 games where no one beat them. Like no one.
It's pretty nuts.
29.
Yeah,
like
that's
almost
like a lot.
30. That's a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
That doesn't even make sense. Wow. Yeah. So like when you're like are you playing football in like a team and like a local level, or do you like play competitively?
Yeah.
Like how does that work?
Yeah. We compete on like on a league here that is pretty like badly made, but it is what it is. Like we are playing and the fields are really, really bad. Like it's like no grass. Like
what?
Like stones. You step in almost on like stones. Like people don't give a fuck about that.
That's
even
crazy.
When you slide tackle?
They want to play. Like no, I mean, yeah, there is people that of course.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it gets crazy. Like some people is like really passionate and like people fight on the tournaments and all that.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's a big culture, like big with Messi and with Maradona also. Like it's a soccer country,
Yeah.
a football country. Like people go crazy, like on all states, everywhere.
So like now you're saying like football / if you're American, we call it soccer or whatever. But do you guys?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like it's so funny how that exists too. And then we call our football, even though we're using our hands most of the time. So it's it doesn't make any fucking sense. But anyway, so
it's like the American football, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Do you like? Are there any others like really popular sports? Like I know in America, basketball is extremely popular.
Actually, Argentina is not. I'm pretty sure they have a pretty good basketball team. I know Spain does.
Yeah, Argentina is pretty big on basketball too. Okay. But like I think they won an Olympic game versus the US.
Wow.
Olympics back.
The one thing I was curious about, to kind of back to music, I noticed that you edit in Fruity Loops. Now, how did you get on Fruity Loops? Like, what made you choose that over something like, I know another really popular one is Ableton. So like, what made you kind of flock towards the Fruity Loop gang?
Because my dad is a musician, and he plays the guitar. Mm-hmm. So when I was a kid, he used to have FL Studio on a super old computer. He had the FL Studio 5 at that time, and it was on the computer. So I started like getting into making noise, like it was in the computer in my house.
Yeah. So you had access to. Do you play any instruments yourself? Like, do you play guitar at all, or?
Yeah. I play a lot of percussion. Like there is an instrument called tablas that is an Indian instrument. I play that. I play guitar. Maybe. I mean, every instrument that I grab is like an exploration, and I feel like I can connect with the instruments in general. Also, I made this, but I don't know if I got it here. No, it's not here. But I made something called ocarina,
Oh, yeah.
The ones that is like...
from like Zelda?
Yeah,
pottery,
Yeah.
Exactly, But it's like a round one. And I made it myself on pottery.
Really?
And I mean, I'm like crazy for music, like, because my dad raised me like studying like Bach. I don't know how you call it. Bach.
Oh, yeah, Bach.
Yeah. So like I know like the whole shit of a Bach song in my head only by hearing my dad. So music is like inside of me. So whatever I make is like whatever instrument or computer or whatever, I'm like, so it's not for me to make music,
Yeah. Do you ever like find yourself incorporating like real instruments that you like maybe set up a microphone and record and put that into one of your songs?
Yeah, 100%. Microphone, takes, guitars. I did a whole sample pack on like Eastern instruments, all recorded by myself.
Oh, whoa.
The
really
gongs, like the big gongs.
Yeah.
I recorded all that, a lot of flutes. So that splice on the sample platform. And I experimented with that.
That's awesome.
And I still use that.
So you have a sample pack out that like people can buy and download?
Yeah, a lot of sample packs.
Oh, dude.
I made like
you got
5, I think.
Oh, okay. So
awesome.
when we're done, send me all the links to your sample packs, and we'll post that in the episode description, because
amazing.
Yeah, I really like that, because there might be someone out there that listens to your stuff that's like, oh man, I wish I could have that Dabow sound, and so now they can actually look into your sample packs. I really like that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm making samples all the time because I also work for a company called Audiobox that they put out packs on Splice. So I make music loops for them.
Oh, wow, really cool.
Yeah, so that's part of my music journey too. Like I'm trying to like become master of the samples.
Yes.
Like I want to make like the craziest samples, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a crazy trip too. It's so different than making music, you know? But it's teach me a lot to make better music too.
Yeah. Well, when you're making a sample pack or a loop or something to that nature, what's like something going through your head that's like, okay, like I need to make sure I check off these things so that like the person that buys it actually is going to get some value from it.
Exactly. Yeah. No. What happens with that is, when I make my own packs, I make like shit that I like, and I'm like, yo, I want someone to have this. But when I make samples for the company, for Audiobox, they set up examples, they set up a vibe, they like show you music that is like connected with the vibe of the pack. So you gotta make sure that it's something they ask for, you know?
Right.
So it's more like work for someone with a vision and not your own art. But that's has teach me a lot about music because, for example, we make pop packs, and I never experienced like pop music, like making pop before. So I'm learning to do that, you know. So
yeah, it's good. It's just like another skill, you know,
amazing.
and it gives you some perspective because like you can kind of see what would go into a pop song, and then who knows, maybe you end up putting that in one of your songs, like just by accident.
Yeah. I mean, one of the samples got on Busta Rhymes songs.
Oh, no way.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yeah, one of the Audiobox samples got like the whole loop is like the main sound of the song. It's crazy.
Wow.
And then I saw like I was like watching a YouTube video, and then I got an ad on my phone, and it was a Coca-Cola ad, and I heard my sample like inside that.
You know? That must have been a trip.
Like in the background, and I say like, yo, what's that? My sound? And I have to like go and find that video because the ad, when you see it, it's gone forever. Like you cannot see it again like instantly. So I had to like look up, and then I found it, and then it was like, yo, yeah, this is my sample.
That's awesome.
What is cool about the Splice site is that every sample is royalty free. So the artist gets like a percentage of the sales, and the sounds are completely royalty free. So people can use it commercially, you know?
Oh, wow.
So it's amazing for me because I really like using samples from others too. And I don't want to be like clearing all the stuff or being like, yo, I can't use this, so I gotta replace it for someone else. So you got it, like the sound that you get there, you can use it. Like you can do whatever. You gotta make it your own, of course.
You're right.
But you can use it as is and putting stuff over it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about like who owns what or whatever, anything like that. And like
exactly.
Yeah. That's kind of nice about making your own samples too, right? Like you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And then also it's like, you know, you're making it, so it's like exactly what you want to be in the song, you know? Like you can
Yeah. And also like you make the sound and oh shit. I forgot what I was gonna say. I got like blank. Like,
yeah, it happens. You know,
it's gone. It's gone.
So wait, you said I don't remember what you said the name of the instrument was, but like a percussive drum. Have you played
ocarina or the tablas?
The tablas maybe. Is it similar to like I mean, I don't know if you know what a Derbeka is. It's like a hand drum, like.
Yeah, it's kind of it's super different because you play like sitting and there is a small one and a big one, and you put like your fingers, and it's played with the fingers, not with like the whole hand.
Okay.
So you gotta learn like to play like different like.
No, you're good. So you were saying that you play it with your fingers. This is popular, for men that are looking to attract ladies, I imagine. Getting really good at using the fingers.
I know.
So is that it's just like tapping, and then you just like create there's enough like.
Yeah, you gotta like have like strong fingers, because it's kind of weird, but I'm sure like you can see like in a video, it's super technical, but I don't play it anymore like lately, because I'm more like focused on other stuff, but it's a really amazing instrument for sure.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Have you ever put any vocals on a track, like saying something? Like, do you
Ooh,
sing
yeah, we got some Dabow vocals going on at any songs here?
No, I mean, no, not for now, but you never know.
Yeah, man, yeah, I don't have you ever like, are you a singer yourself, or is it just like, do you just kind of like sing in the shower kind of a person?
I mean, yeah, I used to sing on a band.
Oh, really?
It's like, yeah, but it's not like my main thing. That like, I'm not technical like someone that has like put effort to it. So it's kind of natural thing, but
right.
I'm not the best at it. It's like something that I can do, but it's not my best version of my musician, my inner musician.
Right. You get enough tequila, you go up on a karaoke night. That kind of a vocalist.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe not even that.
I'm all set.
Yeah, I don't even know about the karaoke. Oh shit. Well,
have you actually thought of doing any, like, I don't know if I know you do trap music, right? And like a lot of hip hop, or I guess rap music, or I guess it's just also called trap music, but like, you know what I mean? Like hip hop artists use trap beats for a lot of the songs now. Have you like tried or like reached out or thought about doing any kind of collab in that sense? I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess that's like kind of like beat making here, right? If somebody hears it and they like it, but have you done anything with any like rappers, I guess, or is that something that interests you?
Yeah, no, not really. Like I've been like super focused more on the electronic side of my music, but I'm open to it lately. And yeah, it's something that, for example, I made beats for like small rappers that were like friends of mine and all that, but I never really got into that because for my like perspective, I thought that I was going to kill my more electronic side, because you gotta like be committed to it. The people that gets like the best placements is people that is on that vibe all the time, you gotta be there. And I wasn't trying to get rid of the other side of my music,
Yeah. And I feel like too, like with the electronic music, it's more like, it's like you can do the whole thing yourself. And like, like in that sense, like you're the artist. Like when you do something, I guess like a rap song, right? A lot of the time it's like, all right, well, is this guy gonna push it? And like the rapper is kind of like the focus, right? But for you now, it's like you're making the whole song, and it's like your song, like and it's like whole like a totality, right? So it's more like, like you're like the guy that's pushing the song, as opposed to like, yeah, this guy used my beat.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a different like. It's cool. Like, I don't know, like maybe if I pursue that, maybe it was going to be amazing. But it was like at the moment that I had like the big connections to do that, I had to like let go other stuff. So I was like, I'm not doing that. Like,
it's good because like you found like something that you're actually really passionate about. And it's like, it takes a lot to, I actually struggle with this too, is like being able to put stuff down and focus on the things that you're really passionate about. Even if you have a little fun over here, it helps like focus you and drive like something that will actually lead to, something probably more prosperous, or more like more better, that will lead down a better path.
More better.
Yeah, more better. That's right. And supposedly English is my first language, but is but yeah, dude, I mean, we've been going for a little bit here. I figured I would kind of like open it up, sort of like maybe some closing thoughts. Maybe if you want to leave the people with like where to find you and like all that sort of fun stuff and what they can look forward to in the future.
Well, I am on Audio Mac. I am on all social media. I think Dabow Music, like that's on all social media. I am really active on Twitter, Instagram, and always putting out new music. That's all.
Cool, man. Cool.
Love it.
Well, it's been a fun time, and don't forget to send me your sample packs. I'll make sure to post that in the description for people to check out.
We gotta push your stuff, man.
Yeah, I might even purchase one for myself, noodle around a little bit. Yeah, man, it was really great getting the chance to meet with you.
I appreciate it.
And
I can send them to yourself.
Yeah, that would be great. That'd be great. All right, dude. Well, have a great rest of your night.
And to follow you on Instagram right now.
Yeah, dude, you need to. I can't believe you're not already on there.
I know. Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, yeah. Have a great.
You have a great night too. And I'm sorry about the technical difficulties on my end. Internet. I live in the middle of the mountains, so random. Maybe we don't have this kind of problem, but today we did. So.
That's okay,
thanks.
Man.
Yeah, it happens,
All right. Well, have a good one.
Okay. Peace, guys.
See you, man.
Thanks.
Good night.
Thanks so much for listening to Bone Apple Tea. If you like the show, please give us a follow, like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is. Tell your friends about it. And, make sure to follow us on Instagram. That's Bone Apple Tea, BoneAppleTeav on Instagram. Thanks so much.